यार आज मैं पूछने वाला था तुझसे एक टॉपिक था मेरे माइंड में। वो था अबाउट द इनर चाइल्ड इनसाइड समवन। तो एज अ सेकंड चाइल्ड ऑफ अ फैमिली जो पर्सपेक्टिव आता है उसके रिगार्डिंग मेरी बात थी। जैसे सपोज कर कि सिचुएशंस होती है, उसमें बोलते हैं मोस्टली जो सेकंड चाइल्ड होता है ही बिकेम्स द पेरेंट टुवर्ड्स एवरीवन हु इज़ इन द फैमिली। तो वो जो ड्राइव होती है उस चीज़ की, वो कितना इफेक्ट करती है, तेरे को क्या लगता है?
मेरे दिमाग में सबसे पहले आता है कि पहली बात मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स हैं, क्योंकि जो वो पेरेंट नेचर है मे बी फर्स्ट चाइल्ड का भी आया है क्योंकि वो बड़ा है या बड़ी है। सेकंड चाइल्ड पे वो चीज़ अगर आ रही है सो मे बी द फर्स्ट चाइल्ड इज़ ऑलरेडी इन अ वॉर दैट द सेकंड चाइल्ड रियलाइजेस। इसका मतलब ये है कि उस सेकंड चाइल्ड में मे बी वो एम्पथी, वो रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस, मे बी वो उनकी ट्रेड्स हैं that led them to be that way. समझ रहा है कि maybe it's not about being the second person in order, but it's also about कि the person is responsible by themselves already.
मेरे को लगता है यार कि एज अ सेकंड पर्सन you don't go through what the first child is going through, so you observe your environment according to which you act. तो ऑटोमेटिकली मोस्ट ऑफ द सिचुएशन में मेरे को लगता है सेकंड चाइल्ड पेरेंट ऑटोमेटिकली बन जाता है, अपने आसपास आर्ग्यूमेंट्स देख के, अपने आसपास सिचुएशंस को देख के। जैसे नॉर्मली एक चाइल्ड है, ठीक है, वो फ्री विल की बात होती है कि यू आर फ्री एज अ चाइल्ड, बट उसे काफ़ी छोटी उम्र में उस चाइल्ड को सप्रेस करना पड़ जाता है। तो जब वो सप्रेशन आता है तो वो चीज़ों को इफ़ेक्ट करता है लॉन्जेटिविटी में उसकी। जैसे डिसीजन मेकिंग है या कुछ भी है, जैसे कार्ल यूंग की हम बात करते थे तो हमने कलेक्टिव पर्सनैलिटीज़ की बात करी थी। तो सेकंड चाइल्ड की जो पेरेंट पर्सनैलिटी है वो बन जाती है डोमिनेंट, जो उसकी अदर पर्सनैलिटीज़ को डोमिनेट करती है हर एक सिचुएशन में। जैसे कोई डिसीजन आएगा तो एक सर्टेन थॉट आता है एज अ चाइल्ड, तेरे को एक्ट करने का मन करता है, तो कुछ भी सोचता है, पर तेरे अंदर एक हेजिटेंसी आएगी उसको। वो हेजिटेंसी जो है वो एज अ सेकंड चाइल्ड, एज अ पेरेंट तेरे को ड्राइव करता है किसी भी डिसीजन को लेने के। तो मेरे को लगता है वो फैक्टर है कि सेकंड ऑर्डर में होना मैटर करता है इस चीज़ में।
इसमें मेरे दिमाग में एक चीज़ आ रही है कि अच्छा, इफ़ यू इमेजिन कि द फर्स्ट चाइल्ड लीव्स द क्लैन एंड द फर्स्ट चाइल्ड इज़ आउट, कि नॉट इन दी, कहता है कि मतलब घर से बाहर जा चुके हैं अगर फर्स्ट चाइल्ड, तो फिर वो सेकंड चाइल्ड अब रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, राइट, बिकॉज ही इज़ गोना टेक केयर ऑफ थिंग्स। तो वहाँ पे वो उनकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का फंक्शन वहाँ पे आ सकता है, मुझे ऐसा लगता है। क्योंकि बात ये है कि द बिगर वन इज़ आउट फॉर द बैटल भाई। जैसे कि दैट रामायण थिंग कि श्री राम लेफ्ट द किंगडम एंड आफ्टर दैट किसी और के ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आई थी जो उनके पास हायरार्की में उनसे नीचे था, राइट, और बर्थ ऑर्डर में या फिर जो भी हो। आई थिंक इट्स द सेम मैकेनिज्म वहाँ पे कि द सेकंड चाइल्ड बिकम्स दैट वे बिकॉज द ओल्डर चाइल्ड इज़ आउट बैटलिंग थिंग्स फ्रॉम अ डिफरेंट परस्पेक्टिव, एंड द सेकंड वन उसके बाद उसके ऊपर वो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तब आ जाती है क्योंकि फर्स्ट इज़ आउट। क्योंकि मेरा सवाल फिर ये रहेगा, राइट, कि वो जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का सेंस है अबाउट द सेकंड चाइल्ड, व्हेन डिड इट स्टार्ट, राइट, फ्रॉम द चाइल्डहुड या फिर व्हेन थिंग्स स्टार्टेड टू बिकम अ लिटिल कि रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज ऑन यू।
सो अबाउट योर पर्सपेक्टिव, जैसे तू सिंगल चाइल्ड है तो तू कैसे लेता है इस चीज़ को?
मैं एज अ सिंगल चाइल्ड ऐसे लेता हूँ कि आई डोंट नो अबाउट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, बट आई थिंक अबाउट एक्सपेक्टेशंस फ्रॉम माई सेल्फ, आई थिंक आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ देम, बिकॉज आई थिंक दैट मैं वो ब्लैक एंड वाइट में थोड़ा रहता हूँ कि इट्स ईदर गोना बी ग्रेट या फिर इट्स गोना बी अ फेलियर, बिकॉज फॉर द थिंग फॉर मी इज़ लाइक डूड, इफ आई फेल देन दैट्स इट, आई डोंट हैव अ सेफ्टी नेट। समझ पा रहा है? being a single child, it's that way. It's more about like loneliness and everything. It's like personal suffering, I think. But when you are a second child, you already have a first child, you already have two parents, hopefully. Or फिर like your things become more about social. But if you are a single child, then I think क्योंकि तुम्हारे पास वो जनरेशन गैप हमेशा रहता है ना बिटवीन यू एंड योर पेरेंट्स, तो तुम हमेशा उनके साथ हो जो तुमसे इतने बड़े हैं, सो यू फाइंड इट डिफिकल्ट टू कनेक्ट विद पीपल हु आर योर ओन एज. But if you have a brother or sister, they are more or less the same generation kind of. So you are more in tune with your actual social network, जो तुम्हारी age के हिसाब से social network. So I think being a single child, मेरे पे I don't know वो responsibility का fashion किस sense में, because responsibility का sense है, but it's very neurotic. समझ रहा है? It's very intense कि I gotta go crazy. It's in that fashion. It's not like caring fashion. It's more like I have to be right up there so I can be caring. समझ पा रहा है?
आई कम्प्लीटली एग्री विद दैट ना. पर मेरे को लगता है कि एज अ सेकंड चाइल्ड अगर तुम पे कैपेबिलिटी है, एक रिस्ट्रेन है, वो एक ब्लेसिंग भी है पर एक कर्ज भी है भाई.
Yep.
तू सिचुएशंस को एंजॉय नहीं कर पाता है जनरली, तू बीच में दबा रह जाता है. तू नॉर्मली बस परसेप्शन में देखता रहता है चीज़ों को कि तू कैसे हैंडल करेगा, पर तू उस चीज़ को लिव इन द मोमेंट में एंजॉय नहीं कर रहा है. तो तेरे मन में बस कांस्टेंट थॉट्स आ रहे हैं नेगेटिविटी को लेके. वो नेगेटिविटी तेरे को कहीं ना कहीं रोक रही है. और हमेशा बोलते हैं आर्टिस्टिक थॉट्स तब आते हैं जब तेरे अंदर फ्रीडम हो.
हाँ.
ऑल्दो तेरे डिसीजन मेकिंग बहुत अच्छे हो सकते हैं उस चीज़ से, तेरी तारीफ भी हो सकती है उस चीज़ में. एज अ चाइल्ड तेरे को बोलते हैं कि लुक एट योर ब्रदर, है ना, ही डजंट से शिट टू अस. वो इसलिए नहीं कह रहा है क्योंकि वो देख रहा है वो शिट बोली जा रही है कंटिन्यूसली. उसे उस शिट का सेंटर ऑफ अट्रैक्शन नहीं बनने का मन. वो देख रहा है कितनी शिटी चीज़ है वो, तो वो सोच समझ के डिसीजंस ले रहा है, और उसकी आर्टिस्टिक चीज़ और उसकी क्रिएटिविटी मर रही है उससे.
ये काफ़ी सही बात है. ये काफ़ी सही बात है. और वो एक वो इनर चाइल्ड वाला कॉन्सेप्ट भी तो है ना, जैसे तू कह रहा था कि व्हाट वाज इट कि क्रिएटिविटी एक्सपीरियंस होती है जब वो इनर चाइल्ड वहाँ पर हो, बिकॉज दैट इनर चाइल्ड इज़ फ्री. उसमें वो चेंज नहीं है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की, फॉर एग्जांपल, राइट. तो मतलब वो भी काफ़ी सेंस बनता है मेरे पास, क्योंकि इंसान के लिए एक अपने एक्सपीरियंस को बेटर करने के लिए क्रिएटिव परसूट्स की इन्जॉयमेंट ही तो होती है. हॉबीज़, एंटरटेनमेंट, वो सब क्रिएटिव परसूट्स हैं जो हम बना रहे हैं.
और एक सेकंड चाइल्ड के अंदर ना एक डिटैचमेंट भी आता है यार.
जैसे
उसे ऐसा लगता है कि ही कैन ईजीली डिटैच फ्रॉम समथिंग, और कुछ स्पेशल चीज़ें हैं जिससे वो कभी डिटैच होना ही नहीं चाहता है. कुछ स्पेसेस हैं उसने क्रिएट कर रखी हैं, चाहे वो कोई दोस्त हो तुम्हारा या कोई रिलेशनशिप हो. वो स्पेस में वो फ्री है, कॉन्स्टेंटली उसके अंदर का चाइल्ड निकल रहा है, क्रिएटिविटी निकल रही है. उसे पता है इन दी एंड उसे घर में वापस आके रिस्ट्रेन्स में रहना है. तो वहाँ जो भी उसके सप्रेस्ड थॉट्स हैं वो सब रिलीज़ हो रहे हैं. वो चीज़ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है यार.
हाँ.
क्योंकि अगर कोई आइसोलेशन में रह रहा है ऐसे सिचुएशन में, तो बहुत फक्ड अप चीज़ हो जाती है उसके साथ दिमाग में. तो लगा ले कोई ऐसा इंडिविजुअल है जिसके कोई दोस्त ही ना हो, और वो ऐसी सिचुएशन में पड़े हुए हों, उनके माइंड में क्या चलेगा भाई? वाई शुड आई लिव?
आई थिंक सोशल स्ट्रक्चर्स इतने ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं इंसान की लाइफ में कि आपके पास एटलीस्ट एक सोशल लाइफ हो, क्योंकि हाँ उसके बिना आई थिंक कुछ भी नहीं है तुम्हारे पास में. ऐसे वो एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है जो चीज़ों को ख़राब और अच्छा कर सकता है. क्योंकि अगर तुम्हारे पास वो एक्सप्रेशन नहीं है तो फिर तुम्हें पहली बात पता कैसे चलेगा कि तुम एक्चुअली हो क्या. अगर तुम्हारे पास वो टेस्ट करने का बैटल ग्राउंड नहीं है, क्योंकि वो भी तो एक प्ले है ना. यू गो आउट, यू आर विद योर फ्रेंड्स, यू कैन बी योर सेल्फ, you can give that little child, inner child, a voice, and that feels good. पर अगर वो नहीं है, like what are you gonna do अगर वो नहीं है आपके पास?
गो आउट यार,
गो आउट.
आइसोलेशन में रख के मेरे को लगते नहीं है कुछ डेवलपमेंट होती है किसी की. अच्छा लगता है, मैं तेरे को बता रहा हूँ, मेरे को एक वक्त पर आइसोलेशन में रहना बहुत अच्छा लगता
पर
था।
सोच फिर वो आइसोलेशन है या सॉलिट्यूड है?
वो सॉलिट्यूड है भाई,
क्या?
सॉलिट्यूड है इन द नेम ऑफ आइसोलेशन। और वो अपने आप को बता रहा है कॉन्स्टेंटली कि हाँ मेरे आसपास लोग नहीं हैं, तो मैं किसी रिस्ट्रेन से नहीं बंधा हूँ, मैं अपने थॉट्स को अपने आप को प्रेजेंट कर सकता हूँ। पर अपने आप को प्रेजेंट करने का क्या फ़ायदा, समझ रहा है?
But try to think about this. What if we look at this from a workout perspective? Ki, number one, what feels great to express your inner child, right? Um, what doesn't feel great when you can't express it because of restrictions, या फिर because of foundations, right? And those restrictions can be good and bad. बात ये भी है, some restrictions are good. पर if a person exercises to express their inner child and give it a voice, irregardless, it's a really freeing experience. जैसे वो reps होते हैं ना, और progressive overload होता है, अगर little by little you form a plan for yourself or you try to give that inner child a voice, then you know what happens, bhai? You get those interesting thoughts and you develop an ability to give your inner child an expression इस तरह से कि जैसे कि तुमने अपना आर्टिकुलेशन बेटर कर लिया, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एंड यू नो कि अच्छा ठीक है, मैं अपने इस अंदर के इनर चाइल्ड को, बी इट कि इनर चाइल्ड इज हर्ट या फिर इनर चाइल्ड इज इन लव, तुम सीख गए अगर एक्सप्रेस करना, तो तुम उस बच्चे के लिए कितना अच्छा कर रहे हो। जैसे रिमेंबर लाइक कौन सी पॉड थी, आई थिंक पहली पॉड में तूने बताया था कि जो भैया हैं उनकी टोनालिटी थोड़ी अजीब सी थी, एंड फॉर हिम इट वाज नॉर्मल, बट देन व्हेन ही पेड अटेंशन टू हिज ओन टोनालिटी, उनको समझ आया क्योंकि व्हाट इट इज, एंड इट इम्प्रूव्ड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. सो इफ यू रियली पे अटेंशन, wasn't it like his inner child just expressing things? But then he saw his inner child and he was like, you know what, yeah, we can do it in a better way. हम तब भी आपको एक्सप्रेशन देंगे, but we will try to do it in a better way.
हाँ, बात सच है,
Yep,
इट इज ट्रू।
that's how we grow as well. अगर हमारे
बट वी आर अ सोशल एनिमल, राइट?
Yep.
So our voice don't get any channel, or if someone doesn't hear our voice, then it plays with our mind, यार।
Yeah.
आइसोलेशन का भी वो कॉन्सेप्ट ऐसा है कि तुम्हें रियलाइज भी नहीं होता है यार, तुमने बस आइसोलेट कर लिया है, वही मतलब शैकल्स में बंद हो तुम्हें, आइसोलेशन के नाम पे खुद को तुमने बस कर रखा है। तुम्हें नो वन इज स्टॉपिंग यू, यू स्टॉपिंग योर सेल्फ।
Yeah.
पर वो सिचुएशंस ही ऐसी हो चुकी हैं जो तेरे को एक जगह फील गुड करा रही है। जैसे हम सिर्फ एक सिचुएशन की बात कर रहे थे कि ऐसा हो तेरे साथ और तेरे कोई फ्रेंड्स ना हो या कोई सर्कल ना हो जिसमें तू सेफ फील नहीं करता है, जहाँ पे तेरा चाइल्ड बाहर नहीं आता है। द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स टू सफ़र, ही विल नॉट डाई, इट्स अ मेटाफर बिकॉज, बट it will get suppressed to an extent that it will literally have effect on your decisions, यार। और बोरिंग लाइफ जब लग जाती है ना किसी इंसान को, तो यार उसके मन में कैसी टेंडेंसीज आएंगी मन में।
And also भाई, if you think about it कि अगर वो boring life की हम बात करें, what does that mean? That means that the person is not experiencing their child. वही तो उसका मतलब है।
हाँ।
If somebody is sad, they are not able to experience their child, वो कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। If somebody is anxious, if somebody is depressed, if somebody is in a low mood consistently, what is exactly happening?
और यही चीज़ कनेक्शन जैसे हम कल की पॉड में डिस्कस कर रहे थे म्यूजिक,
पिछली पॉड में,
पिछली पॉड में
या अगली,
तो उसमें म्यूज़िक की बात कर रहे थे, एस्केप ग्रेट एस्केप करके। किसी की वॉइस तेरे लिए कितनी मैटर कर सकती है भाई।
वाह यार,
कि वो वॉइस तेरी भी नहीं है, वो तेरे इनर चाइल्ड को शेक कर रही है अंदर तक, वो वॉइस तेरे को फ्री कर रही है। तेरे जो शैकल्स है वो थोड़े समय के लिए खुल जा रहे हैं जब तक वो गाना चल रहा है, और जब तू डेली लाइफ में जा रहा है वो शैकल्स दोबारा बन जा रहे हैं दोबारा।
मुझको ऐसा लगता है जैसे म्यूजिक सुन के तुम्हें वो इमेजिन होता है ना, वो एक्सपीरियंस होता है कि तुम्हारे शैकल्स खुल चुके हैं। आई थिंक हमें उस चीज़ को याद रखना चाहिए, एंड देन व्हेन वी आर इन अ सिचुएशन जहाँ पे शैकल्स लग रहे हैं, हमको ये सोचना चाहिए कि ओह, आई स्टिल हैव द चाइल्ड इन मी, आई कैन एक्सपीरियंस इट रिगार्डलेस।
कभी कभी तो मेरे को लगता है कि वी शुड नॉर्मलाइज द थिंग। इफ something you are doing for your own good and it is making someone angry, या उनका कोई थॉट आ रहा है उसको सोच के कि व्हाट द फक आर यू डूइंग, लेट देम थिंक. कभी कभी ज़रूरत होती है यार.
I think ये मसल बहुत ज़रूरी होती है कि see again, like people can be pieces of shit and use this as an excuse to be a piece of shit. But this is very important to have. It's kind of like तुम अपने अंदर के जो demons हैं उनका use कर रहे हो एक productive fashion में कि okay I want to do this but I want to do this.
और यही रिस्ट्रेन सेकंड चाइल्ड के अंदर है जो उसका नहीं आ रहा है बाहर. उसके लिए मेरे को लगता है कोप अप पढ़ने के लिए चीज़ बहुत ज़रूरी है और तुम्हें फ़र्क भी नहीं पड़ना चाहिए कोई सोच रहा है तुम्हारे बारे में. तो हाँ, एक्सट्रीम मत करो यार. एक्सट्रीम करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. वो तुम देखो सिचुएशन को, वो तो देखो.
अच्छा सुन, अगर हम एक फैमिली को एज अ किंगडम देखें राइट, और हम फर्स्ट बॉर्न को एज किंग देखें और हम सेकंड बॉर्न को एज मिनिस्टर देखें राइट,
और पैदा होती
और तू ये चीज़ सोच कि the second child, do you think the second child overthinks and overanalyzes more than the first child, and the first child is more instinctual like a king, but then the second child is like a minister who talks to the king?
Huh?
Right?
He's the king in the shadows.
King in the shadows. The one who's strategizing, the strategic mind. The one who is guiding actually. But he's not the face, but he is guiding, he is the background. He is the soul of this body because the body is of the older child. But then the soul of the family is the second child.
But I think first child.
But then second children are also pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Many
examples are everywhere.
So I think it's more like it's your case. I think yeah, it's more case like people who are like you, because I can think of like 5 people who are like you.
That's why I'm talking about my perspective, na?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about theirs. But there are many people like this. We don't know.
Yeah.
और मुझे लगता है कि सेकंड चाइल्ड के लिए सबसे बड़ी शील्ड ही फर्स्ट चाइल्ड है. वो शील्ड बहुत ज़रूरी है भाई.
Exactly. वो अच्छा पॉइंट है.
शील्ड बहुत ज़रूरी है. मुझे लगता नहीं है कि इस मेंटालिटी के साथ मैं फर्स्ट चाइल्ड बन सकता हूँ, पर फर्स्ट चाइल्ड हमेशा सेकंड चाइल्ड बनना चाहता है.
कैसे?
परसेप्शन की बात देख. वो देखता है कि तू सॉर्टेड है, तू लड़ता नहीं है, झगड़ता नहीं है. वो लड़ झगड़ सकता है, वो झगड़ रहा नहीं है, बट तुम एम्ब्रेस कर रहे हो. यू आर द फ्री वन. तुम्हारे जो भी डिसीजंस हैं, जो भी तुम डिसीजन ले रहे हो, अगर उस पर कोई पॉइंट आउट कर रहा है, तुम सीधा लड़ रहे हो.
The older child is more like a child than the second one is. The second one is an adult. लगता है तुझे?
Child in disguise.
First child is very innocent. The first child needs a lot of guidance from the outside. What about the second one? Creating his own guidelines. Like the younger one is taking the charge. How interesting is that phenomena? And it's not even just the second child is taking charge. The second child is heard. People pay attention. The kingdom pays attention to the second child. Even the first child.
I'm just looking there like this. Oh, he's my brother.
Exactly. And the second child like adores the first. It's such a beautiful human social structure. Just imagine how interesting it is, right? It's like a myth.
It's like a fantasy, yaar.
It's like a fantasy. And it's so beautiful. Like the second child is getting what the second child wants. Kya? The second child admires the older child. The second child feels a sense of responsibility and is trying to be responsible. Is trying to better other people, right? That's what the second child wants. Okay, fine. What about the older child? The older child wants to be out there and just cause change, right? Be instinctual, but the older child knows that he needs guidance. He needs a minister. Every king needs a minister. So he has it. He has his minister.
You know, it's like...
They work for each other, right?
Yeah, it's like you have a shield and a sword.
Exactly. You have the shield and the sword.
Shield is just protecting you, and then comes the sword.
And both are shield and both are swords.
Yeah.
The older
For
one is
each
the
other.
sword. And the older one is like a shield to the younger one. But then again, The younger one is the shield because of his advices to the older one. See, this whole higher you this seems like a very mini personal myth, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's like I'm watching Game of Thrones.
Watching Game of Thrones, yeah, we're watching some kind of fucking Lord of the Rings,
Lord
yeah,
of the
we're
Rings.
watching Ramayan. I mean, Ramayan में क्या था? I mean, in Ramayan, Sri Ram was the older child and he was the responsible one and everything. And then Lakshman was the
Second child. I think.
second child and he was instinctual. He was the one to go out and get things done. But then, I mean, there the myth is like turned, I think. Like जो अभी तक हम बात कर रहे थे, वहाँ पे वो थोड़ा सा vice versa है maybe. पर वो दोनों personalities तो है ना, एक instinctual goes and the second one who thinks.
But you know, the last child they had was the one who was maintaining the kingdom.
Yeah.
His name was Dashrath, right?
नहीं दशरथ
What's his name, yaar?
मुझे भी नहीं पता. This is why we need Amresh around.
Amresh around.
But and then again, like this is gonna sound very repetitive. It's about narratives. You think about this shit. Like this is such a beautiful example because it's very specific. It is a little myth that we have. This is a myth I think a lot of people can also relate to. And this plays out. And then you imagine like this myth is in so many families. And then people observe and some writers write this myth down and it just sustains because it connects to people. It connects to what? It connects to their inner child.
It's like you have taken everything good from each family and put it together in a book.
But imagine this. It is something good. But is suffering not there? Is it not interesting? Are challenges, obstacles not there?
It's very interesting, yeah.
And it's more interesting because of those obstacles and suffering. Otherwise, it would not be interesting at all. There would be no dragons to slay. If the older child was perfect, he would have nothing to slay. He would not need a second. He would need a minister. And then the minister also. Like imagine, dude, you are a caring person and you don't have anybody to take care of. You're gonna be bored. You need those obstacles.
You know, this is the inner child I was talking about. It's coming out right now.
It always comes out in conversations. I really think it does.
And that's what the point is about. If you're isolated, these things will never come out, yaar. How will you enjoy? And I really feel bad about those people who are in this situation.
Yeah. But you know, like the thing is this, and you know, this is a shady part about our societies. You look at Japan. Japan is advanced technologically speaking. Japan is crazy with education. It's so advanced, but then the loneliness epidemic is insane. Suicide rates are insane there. Population is going down. I think we forget that modernity doesn't mean that things get better. Modernity just means कि ज़्यादा time बीत चुका है. Modernity doesn't mean that shit is better. Because shit just doesn't become better. जैसे अपने घर में कपड़े ऐसे छोड़ दिए तो वो अपने आप ठीक नहीं होते.
It is to be made.
It is to be made. And that epidemic is actually spreading, I really believe. Because just imagine कि people are on the internet, they don't need to go out. They can watch reels all day. They can stay home. They can order food at home. They can order anything home. They can order underwear home. They can order like dildos home. They can do everything just being home, not to even get out. And then what's going to happen? How are you going to cause your social structures? Dude, imagine if somebody gets out of their house only when they look perfect. How tough is that life?
You're killing the social out of the social animal.
You're not letting the inner child come out.
So you're not a human.
You're turning into a machine. You are turning into a machine. So to experience, and the beautiful thing is that जैसे तूने अभी बोला था थोड़ा time पहले कि inner child cannot be killed. It is impossible.
This is impossible, yeah.
It is impossible for the inner child to just completely vanish. It's hurting, maybe it's happy, maybe it's this. It is there. The inner child is there. And it's always gonna be, it's eternal.
And I think the best part the second child can do is just talk with his bigger brother.
Minister?
Minister, you talk shit with him, yeah.
You talk shit, you build systems, you go, hey, you know what, you have the. This is also something I've noticed, and you tell me how correct I am. For the older child will go for resources. The older child will go for example, money, or will go for property, be like, hey, we need to sustain ourselves through this. Older child will go for that, and the second child will be a supporting character in being like, how can we optimize this? ऐसा होता है.
ऐसा होता
I've
है.
seen this in like all of those 5 people I can think about right now. एक बड़ा भाई छोटा भाई है वहाँ पे, and they have the same myth कि the older child just goes out like a king, conquering things, right? Conquering things, expanding the territory, getting richer या जो भी है. And then the younger one is there to be like, अच्छा आप ये कर रहे हो, but then let me give some suggestions how we can optimize this.
And you know, when the suffering of a first child ends, the suffering of the second child also ends.
I mean, ends, yeah.
Ends, right?
It does. But then the thing is like, when the older child's suffering ends, the younger child's suffering ends, the whole kingdom's suffering ends. Like if you treat yourself and if you make yourself better, you are not just only making yourself better, you just are not. You know why? Because we are social beings.
Yeah.
You make yourself better, you make your family better, automatically. You make your friends better, automatically. Automatically. You make everybody who is with you better, automatically. You don't even have to think about it. You better yourself, you're out. And there is also this weird thing that when you better yourself, it would require a lot of sacrifice. The same point of destruction. Like, you have to let go as well, I think. You have to. Because you cannot do this consciously. That's what I believe. You cannot better other people's lives too much consciously. You gotta be yourself.
Can you tell me about that? If we connect it with the child is father to a man, and if you are suppressing that child, then what will become of you?
You will be fatherless. Because you're suppressing that child. Your child doesn't have the voice. Because if you imagine, dude, even in a child, you imagine a child to be this ball. Even in that child, there is an older child and a little child. There is a king and a minister, for example. Right? And if you're stopping his king, क्योंकि तुम उसे suppress कर रहे हो, and the only time the child thinks is when he is emotionally crazy, because he's done. Like, it's just not gonna give it room to breathe. If you're not gonna accept your own demons, for example, या फिर जो भी चीज़ें, right, imposed on you, how are you going to give it a voice? And if you don't give it a voice, how is the inner child gonna communicate with you? How is the inner child gonna give you his wisdom that he has garnered through billions of years of evolution? How? It's just not gonna happen. And a child is a father to a man. That's such a beautiful sentence. Child is father to a man. But then it takes the whole village to raise a child. And who creates villages? Men. I mean, who creates villages? Kings or queens. And what is a village if not a kingdom? I mean, what is a village if not a kingdom? If you really think about it. The biggest, and I think it's difficult to be selfish. I mean, again, in one perspective, difficult to be selfish because when you get better, it is impossible for people who you engage with every day to not get better on certain things. Not like all of the dimensions are going to be better, obviously, but shit gets better. It's just automatic. Something happens. You can think clearly, या फिर you are more driven, या फिर you can sustain your suffering for so long.
But you know, the most thing that bothers a person about this is that they don't realize what potential they have.
The inner child again.
The inner child again. You don't know what shit you will pull.
And you
You
can
just-
never know.
You can never know unless you let it out.
unless you let it out.
And for that, I think it's really important if you find a way or a place to express those thoughts.
Yeah, social structures. That's why. It's also, it sounds very similar to expressing your will, कि forcing your will onto the world. It seems very similar to that, कि तुम वो will को अपने अंदर की जो है, जो तुम्हारे दिमाग में चीज़ें, you are trying to create an environment out of them. You are trying to create an environment out of them. You are forcing that will. You are making your inner child to be the architect of your perception. That's what you are doing.
You're strengthening your will just by letting the child out.
Exactly. Reps.
Reps.
That workout metaphor. It's completely that. And the most optimistic idea is this, that the inner child cannot be killed. Try killing it. Try. You can't.
Red drum.
But you just can't. It's impossible. So if you can't kill the kid can always speak to you.
Yeah.
Give it a voice. Just give it a voice. It will be completely fine. It just doesn't matter. Like, it's not going anywhere. And it's everywhere. It should be in your eyes. Because it always is. Like, sometimes when you see people in a trance, by trance I mean ki, you see people in a trance that they are very excited about something,
Like you are right now.
like I am right now. You see it in the eyes. And the thing is, like, everybody recognizes that. When you see like light in somebody's eyes, that is them sometimes experiencing the inner child out. The inner child has taken the eyes, for example. वो जो inner spirit है तुम्हारी of the child, it has taken your eyes, और उसकी आंखें बिल्कुल वैसी दिख रही हैं जैसे बच्चों की दिखती है. Innocent.
Though the worst part is that the inner child is watching everything and just realize that he can't do shit.
Because the thing is, like, you definitely have an inner child, but don't you think you also have an inner parent?
Yeah. Toxic parent.
Mostly toxic.
Mostly toxic.
Default setting is toxic. You know why? Because the parent is growing too. Like, we can't look at our parents and be like, yeah, fuck them. No.
Parent is also important.
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, like, and some parents are horrible, but most parents, they just try, man. They don't know better either. They're humans. They don't know better either. We can't be expecting so much from them. Ki, oh, why didn't you study parenting styles? Why are you not open about parenting styles? They come from a different time, man, and they tried what they tried.
The environment was different.
Environment was different, shit was different,
The
time
way
was
they're
different.
raised was different, yeah.
And the thing is that there are some horrible parents. I completely understand that. Like, I'm not blind to that fact. But then you bring that metaphor to yourself and be like, okay, the way you treat yourself, have you read some parenting styles? No. And that's what makes us realize to be like, okay, before criticizing my parent, what if I become a better parent to my own inner child? Like, why are we not paying attention to that parent? Why is that parent always only in information in our head? कि ये तरीका होता है to take care of yourself. Okay. पर उसका फायदा क्या है if I have shit in my head and I don't put that into action, if I don't transform that into action? It's not worth shit.
I have voices in my head.
They talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. Oh. Randy Orton reference. But then this is what I've seen. See, like recently I've been having this conversation with my friends. That we are not children anymore. We are the dudes. We are the dudeses. We are what we are. And it's time for us to take the charge, man. Yeah. It's time for us to be the ministers. It's the time for us to be the kings of the kingdom, or queens of the kingdom.
You know, right now we have the resources. We are of age.
We are
out of the cage. No one is going to stop you.
Nobody is going to come with an offer letter कि चला ठीक है अब आप घर के बच्चे हो, अब आप नहीं घर के बड़े हो. कोई क्या, it's not a government agency कि अब आप बड़े हो चुके हो, take care of your family. Like, this is what I hate about complaining too much. Like I understand sometimes complaining is great. नहीं बोलता म्यूजिक वाली बात sometimes complaining is great, but then if that is the only thing you do, you got to really pay attention to, like, are you developing the parent inside of you? And if you don't, then you know what, nobody else is going to suffer but you.
That is true, yeah.
Who? Con? If I don't better my life, who's going to suffer? I mean, yeah, other people, but through me they are going to suffer.
Everyone who is inside my bubble will, yeah, including me.
By you, it's again a fact कि human beings are never isolated. Let's be honest. I mean can be sometimes, but
Unless
then
you make yourself.
you live with a family.
Yeah.
You are connected with your parents somehow. You engage with people.
You know, there are
the way
many
you treat other people.
many traits, like if your parents are sitting in the same room, you will go with your phone, and another room you will be isolating yourself from the topics. You will not be discussing anything with them. Even if they are dining on the dining room, you will just eat your food on your bed.
Yeah, your parents are like a roommate you don't like,
Yeah.
but they're not your roommate, dude. They are your, you came out of their pussy and their balls. I mean, that's a trippy thing by itself. Ki how is that possible? I mean, seriously, I still. It sounds irrational, doesn't it?
Disgust, yeah.
It sounds irrational. I came out of a human. It's just like my body has the ability to produce kids. I have. It just doesn't make any sense. It's such a trippy thing. But
It's
forget
such a
that.
beautiful thing also, yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing. But then also like how there are dynamics between physical objects and the abstraction. जैसे तू notice करे that whole child parent metaphor. It works the same way outside when we look at actual parents with their kids, and also metaphorically inside of ourselves. The same way. But here's what the thing is: if there is an inner child and it needs healing, who's gonna do that if not the parent? Like who's gonna do that? Like I never, just when I try to experience the inner child, my own inner child, I experience this one thing, that my inner child is never a sibling. It's either somebody I'm responsible for, not in a sibling way, but in the parent way. Yeah, for it's something where I feel innocent and I feel like I am a child, I'm vulnerable. And if you feel vulnerable and weak, isn't it your own parents, I mean you yourself, your own responsibility to create the guardrails and walls to protect it?
And you know, for everyone, their child is different. Like for you, what is your child?
I have no idea. By innocence, I have no idea. What is my child to me?
No one has.
Wow.
But you know, there are many things which together create your child. Like there is will, there is something to know about, like knowledge,
Curiosity.
Curiosity. You want to gain something. You have selfishness.
You want to be naughty.
You have thoughts. You have not. You are going to be naughty. But everyone has different things, which all together creates a different child for themselves.
Let's go crazy. Let's try to name some traits that seem like trait of the child to you. Just a curiosity, I think it's beautiful.
Stubbornness.
Stubbornness is childish. Haan. Stubbornness is childish. Okay.
And
Innocence. Naivety.
Naivety, yeah.
Naivety.
And gets irritated fast.
Impulsive. Then impulsive.
Impulsive
Neurotic.
decisions, I can
Sensitive to
say about,
emotions.
yeah.
Impulsive भी हो सकता है मुझे लगता है inner child में. Childish behavior.
There can be many things, yeah, for everyone.
Let's go crazy. What about the traits of the parent inside of it? The way it actually behaves, not the way it should. Batana.
Negativity,
Negativity.
overthinking,
Rude. Aggressive.
aggressive.
Now
Uh,
take the aggressive point, and then think about the child's point of being impulsive. Think about the child's point being neurotic. Child's point being naive. Did you notice what I'm trying to do?
Yeah.
The child and the parent are the same fucking thing. They
It's
manifest
like
in
a
different
coin, yeah.
ways.
It's like a coin, I think, yeah, but it's like a coin.
It's like a coin.
And the main thing lies in the balance. Because you are the child to your, you are the parent to your child.
But then also, if you better your parent, you're gonna better your child anyway, because roots the same.
9-level reference.
Not cage unbound, but cage unbomb.
Unbombed.
Cage bomb. We are dropping cage bombs.
Cage bomb, cage bomb.
You see, that's what's beautiful about thinking. Like we go with inner child. Like if we say inner child and then we say inner parent, people are going to understand what we mean by it and they are going to differentiate them naturally because we were doing the same thing. But then if you really think about it, they are not differentiable. That differentiation is an illusion. And for us to be like where we should focus, okay, if you focus on your child, give it expression, your parent's going to be better too. And then if you pay attention to your parent, try to better it, then your child is going to be better too. So do anything because you're doing the same shit.
And then we say, become better. Become better, why?
Become better or become bitter.
Bitter. It's all up to you.
It's all about the I.
Not the I. Not the
I,
I
self.
movie. Not the
Bars.
I movie.
Not the I movie. No means no.
No means no.
No, stop it. That doesn't mean no. It's a Billboard joke. It's not my joke. It's a Billboard joke. There is a joke where he goes like, no means no. That's another one. No means no. It's like, no, it doesn't. No, that means no. No, that means no. But no, stop it.
Why?
You being so bad. Stop it. That's not a fucking no.
Let's divert to the topic here now.
Alright, come back to it.
So let's discuss about the first child now.
Alright. The first child. The one who is a parent before he is a child. He becomes a parent first. The one who gets
But-
the throne first without asking for it and then gets his throne taken away.
Yeah.
The attention goes to the second child.
But his child never dies, yeah.
Never dies.
It's like the will of the first child is really, really important for him.
Yeah. Like tell me this, bhai, ki in a family where you see two siblings, are you gonna find some crazy willpower in at least one, if not both, at least one?
Yeah. And if you find two, I mean, it's like a 1 in a million situation, I think.
I think you should know, and I don't even know how many people I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3. But even if one person is listening to this, hi.
Peace.
Not hi, but hi. But
Round
something-
of applause.
Round of applause. This is your water reminder. Drink some water. Child needs hydration. Child needs hydration. Child needs protein. Child needs workouts. Occasional masturbation once a week, it's fine.
Not literal child, bro. Not literal child.
Okay, when it comes to...
Oh, why?
We have nothing to lose. So.
But we want a game.
We have nothing to lose but our shit. We're gonna lose our shit. On the mic. Coming back to the conversation. And thank you for anyone who stayed. The older child, what I believe about the older child is that the older child is born, given way too much. Because it's the first child, people are very concerned, very cautious. Because they are also parents for the first time. And
Yeah.
they give so much energy to that child. And then the second child is there. And they don't pay much attention to the older one
I
then.
think the first child becomes like that because our parents don't have any experience at first. How we will grow him. And then
Yeah.
they learn from that mistake and then they
Experiment.
don't repeat it on the second child.
Experiment.
Experiment.
It's like how there are phases to research. So then at first you research on rats, and then if that research is fine, then you put it on human beings. So I think it is it's
But-
similar. It's similar, isn't it?
The thought coming in my mind is like that the first one is experiment and the second one is planned.
The first ones are also mistakes sometimes.
Mistakes.
I mean, the second ones can be too.
I think if you're a douchebag, you're a
second ones
mistake.
can be too. Yeah.
If you're a douchebag, you're a mistake.
Yeah. If you're a douchebag, you are a mistake. Yeah. But maybe not. Even if you're a douchebag right now, you know. You are a douchebag right now. You are a douchebag in some perspectives. In other
Am
perspectives,
I
you are.
becoming a douchebag for someone?
Exactly.
I don't know, and I don't give a damn.
Give a fuck. I don't know what a fuck is to give it.
Yeah.
But about the older child, I really believe that is at the crux of it, the loss. Because an older child, I look at older children and they seem very driven. And they are driven because they are very scared to lose. That's what I've seen. Very scared. They're very competitive. They are very comparative. They stay in that high. कि मुझे करना है. But then even a little setback, they go to the lowest lows. Older children. They are not like stable emotionally.
What about a single child? I think he has the capability to become both at the same time. Is it not?
I have no idea. I just think I have no idea, man. I mean, I do, I think, but I'm just very confused about this whole single child thing. About the single child thing, what I believe is that the child comes in and that position is never taken away from him. So he becomes a king even when he did not want to become a king. But then he becomes a king and he becomes a minister not to a sibling, but he becomes a minister to his parents. And becoming a minister to your parents is a bigger, more complicated thing than being, because your sibling, your older brother, sister is going to be more willing to listen and make changes, so you will feel more heard. You have more chances to feel heard compared to you are talking to somebody who brought you to this world, because they're not even like how an older child is like a king and then the younger child is like a child, is like a minister. I think parents are like gods.
You tell me
They
if
are the
I'm.
ideal image.
You tell me if I'm wrong. Like,
Why did you touch me?
bro touch.
Exactly. मेरी टोन खराब थी बस क्वेश्चन था, why did you touch me? हाँ.
Like, if you're a first child, and not the first child, you are the single child, and then you become a minister for your parents,
Yeah.
and there comes the ego of the parents that why should we listen to a one that we have grown, that they should always listen to us. It creates an issue, and that issue creates chaos, and the single child doesn't have anyone to become a shield.
Yeah. Doesn't.
He will have to be the shield.
Because the first child is a single child, isn't it? For some time.
He becomes the first child sometimes, he becomes the second child sometimes.
And it's a rebellion against gods. It's your parents. It's a rebellion against somebody who brought you to
So
existence.
Lucifer, basically.
Lucifer, yeah. And Lucifer is not light, and Lucifer is in hell. And Lucifer was the most brainy angel, most powerful angel of God, the most loved angel of God. But he rebelled against the God, and what happens?
Just put in hell.
Take care of hell. Start testing things.
Like, I mean, I've not seen many single child good. Like, I've seen many douchebags, you know. I think there comes the part where the person is privileged or not, or if the parents are like giving more shit about their child. As in, there is a situation like if a parent was not able to conceive a child, and then is only a one child they were able to conceive. Then there comes a child. There comes a time when they become overprotective,
Yeah.
and they become the shield that makes the person a douchebag. यार मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मन नहीं होता बात करने का उनसे. ऐसे मेरे आसपास बहुत कम है, बट जो है उनसे बात नहीं करता भाई.
I think that being a single child is crazy. You know why? Because you're also a minister to yourself, because you are the oldest and the youngest. And then imagine being a minister to yourself. You don't even know yourself. You don't see yourself at all. So you are just raising yourself without even knowing who you are or how you look like, what you are. You have no idea. And then you have these gods.
First child.
These should be no child. No
No
children.
child. China.
I'm kidding. This is a joke. Please don't
Cancel
come
us.
into it. Don't. But and that's why your life is complicated, because like at first you are a single child. Okay, your parents are very, they take care of you. Imagine being a single child and you are a weakly kid and you fall sick all the time. That's got to be crazy, because now they are concerned.
They're concerned.
And now your gods are insecure, and then your gods are going to put some shit on you, and then they overprotect you more after that, and they have good reasons to do so as well, because they are also parents for the first time. They have no idea what works and what
Yeah.
doesn't. And then there are people around them who give them horrible advice, so they follow their advice all the time. So like there is a funnel of bullshit that comes your way, but you are a single fucking child. And when you rebel against them, there is nobody else to tell you you are doing the right thing. Nobody. And you have to make that assessment by yourself.
That is also curse, yeah.
Curse and a blessing. Everything is everything. It's a fucking curse and it's a fucking blessing.
And look at that, how important it is for him to find a safe space. Like, you don't think of a minister as a minister that he has all the knowledge. Minister also need to discuss. He also need advice. It doesn't mean that he will be always be the brain.
Zero ego.
Zero ego. It's
See
like
beyond yourself.
it's like group of ministers.
Group of ministers, a council, not even just a minister.
Council.
Yeah,
Council.
a council.
Your friend groups is a type of council.
It is a council. I mean, I was telling you this thing yesterday when we were discussing business. Ki it's never an individual versus an individual. It's always teams, because you create teams.
Teams.
Imagine like we were hunter gatherers. What did we do? We went out as teams. We did not go out there alone. Bhala leke. We banded some people together. They had their own jobs. कि तुम archer हो, तुम ये हो. Imagine how a war happens. कोई archer था, कोई shooter था, कोई swordsman था.
Every role is
cavalier
important.
था. Everybody had a role that they played. And the situation is like it's the same way in your own head, in your own psyche. It's the same way, because you are made out of not one, but I think infinite, uncountable personalities. Child and parent being one of them, but all those personalities are same. But then we have to really distinguish between them so we can talk and think about them. The idea here is this: what personality is winning? If it is winning because of slaughtering the other personality.
Yeah. And I was talking about, right, the parent personality, which is affecting every other personality you have. Every decision is based upon that personality. And you can modify that personality. It's all up to you.
Will
Well,
is a real thing. And just imagine like around all of these personalities and the way they move, and by move I mean change in emotional thoughts. What is moving this? Where are they moving? Not in time, but in will. Because will is a movement. Will is a movement. Like, let me tell you this crazy thing, by human beings are made to notice change and notice movement. जैसे कि अगर तू इस ग्लास को बहुत ध्यान से देखता है ना, आँख खोल के माइंडफुलनेस करते हुए, और तू, हमारी आंखें ना बहुत ऑलमोस्ट नैनो लेवल पे भी मूव करती हैं, सो वी कैन सी. पर अगर तू आंखों को एकदम रोक के देखेगा ना, ये सब गायब हो जाएगा.
huh?
Why? Because we are made to see movement. And what is movement if not will?
You're constant. If you're a stagnant entity, then you can't grow.
You go get out of existence if you're not changing or moving.
Yeah.
Because it's very similar to like this shit. You look at this and it'll vanish. It'll completely vanish. And what's insane is that these movements is something that we are very concerned with. Like, imagine somebody who is anxious, right? Somebody whose trait is anxious and very high on neuroticism, like an older child, for example. That person is trying to expand their prediction levels to so high that they become judgmental. And by judgmental, I mean that they would become unpleasantly judgmental, overly judgmental of people, overly concerned. And as judgmental they are, that's how much caring, innocently caring, they become towards their own clan. Don't you think that is a thing?
Yeah. And I think if you are going through that path, you're changing the society around you, because you are
Yeah.
the part of the society.
Yeah.
And if you blame the society that society says this shit, then you are also part of the society.
What did you do to change it? You don't sit with your parents. You don't eat dinner with your parents. So, like, why are you bitching about society is not changing and it's bad? It is bad because of people like you and me. I only said me because to not seem very aggressive. I'm sorry if I'm hurting any feelings. I don't want to. I'm just talk. This is how I talk. I don't have any ill thoughts. I love human beings. But the idea is kind of like if you are complaining about society, and then you are not doing anything to better it, so then you are not worth complaining. Like, why are you complaining? You can only complain when you're doing some shit. So if you love to complain, do a lot of shit and then complain. That's how you do it. Like, that's my motto. I want to complain as well. But if I don't do shit, I can't complain.
I mean, you can talk about it with
Yeah,
an
you can talk.
individual or a friend if you're not doing anything. Like, you have a perspective about it. But when you get a perspective about it and you get a opinion or you get a thought, then why not implement it?
Why not implement it? Knowledge is power, but powerless if you got it and you do not acknowledge it. नॉलेज केवल पोटेंशियल पावर है, क्योंकि नॉलेज तुम्हारे पास इसका ये नहीं तुम बेहतर हो क्योंकि तुम्हें चीज़ें पता है, ना ना, तुम बेहतर हो क्योंकि तुम कर सकते हो, तुमने उस नॉलेज को इम्प्लीमेंट करा. दैट नॉलेज इज इन एक्शंस. लाइक हाउ मेनी थिंग्स यू फिगर आउट. लाइक लेट अस गिव यू गाइज एन एग्जांपल. हमने फर्स्ट पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड करी एट एन अनडिस्क्लोज्ड लोकेशन विद एन अनडिस्क्लोज्ड पर्सन. आई मीन अभी तक डिस्क्लोज हो चुका होगा, बट देन we had so much trouble trying to convert that video.
Yeah.
हमने second podcast करी, the audio fucked up. The thing is, like, when you do something, that's when you realize कि अच्छा how do things play out in reality. So like we can have that idea कि हम कैमरा लाएंगे, हम ये रखेंगे, हम उसे DaVinci में sync कर देंगे.
And you know,
okay, fine, but reality is different.
The best part was that I realized it afterwards. Like, you don't need a map. You take action, then you create a map.
Exactly, you create a map.
You create a map, and that map will make you something. Yeah.
Ain't gonna follow the footsteps. I'll make them my own. Why? Yeah. Because like there is no right way or wrong way. There is your way and my way. Nature.
Yeah.
Or why are we trying to go with the right way? Like, what is the right way to live anyway? Isn't it perspectivism? कि मेरे हिसाब से वो सही है, मेरे हिसाब से वो गलत है. It's based on a temporary thing.
कौन सही कौन गलत,
कौन सही कौन गलत, और किस पर्सपेक्टिव से? क्योंकि सब सही और सब गलत है किसी ना किसी पर्सपेक्टिव से. हम यहाँ बैठ के टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. हमको तो लैपटॉप खोल के यहाँ पे क्या बोलते हैं, दिहाड़ी करनी चाहिए, कॉर्पोरेट दिहाड़ी.
ओटी मारेंगे,
ओटी मारनी चाहिए हमें दबा के.
ओटी मारूंगा मैं.
संडे को ओटी मारूंगा मैं. मुझे प्रमोशन चाहिए भाई. यहाँ बैठ के मैं क्यों बातें करूँ, उसका फायदा क्या है? क्योंकि 1 साल 3 साल तक कुछ नहीं होने वाला. मतलब होएगा पर बस बोलने के लिए. It's a battle that we are choosing, we are doing it, we are having fun, we are getting the inner child out. क्योंकि वो ओटी करने में नहीं आ रहा इनर चाइल्ड बाहर. किसका आ रहा ओटी करने में इनर चाइल्ड बाहर? किसी का नहीं
आ रहा भाई. ओटी करने में किसका आएगा बता. तू बैठा है कॉन्स्टेंटली 8 घंटे तू लगा हुआ, उसमें से तूने 2 घंटे और जोड़ लिए. ये कर रहा है तू बस. ये प्रोडक्टिविटी क्या है तेरी? हाँ भाई, मैट्रिक्स है तेरी प्रोडक्टिविटी. वो डिफाइन कर रहे हैं तेरी जिंदगी कैसी जाएगी.
Yeah, numbers are defining you.
Numbers are defining. And it's not about conversion. It's not about conversion. It's about digits. सही था, ठीक है.
Now, if you are OTing, completely fine.
It's completely fine. You have got goals. We're not mocking you about you're doing OT. It's just that
don't kill the child.
Don't kill the child.
Don't kill the child. Like, life is way more than that.
If you think that OT or the money you will get will be for something important, then you are doing it. then that makes sense.
Think about it like this. Maybe you are the oldest child.
Yeah,
You have to do this.
but what do you think? If a week off is really important,
Take it.
take it, यार. Don't listen to everyone like मेरी सैलरी तुझसे ज़्यादा आएगी इस महीने तो मैंने तो इतने घंटों की ऊटी मार ली.
Let me ask you this question, bhai, ki what do you think, like, money is a bigger asset या time is a bigger asset? In a ratio, obviously, ऐसे नहीं कि zero money, but in a ratio, which is a bigger aspect? मैं थोड़ा इसे better करने के लिए एक और समझाता हूँ कि जैसे after a while, like I've seen this with people who feel enough कि अब पैसा ठीक है, be it salary wise या फिर savings में. People who are not happy even after money are the people who do not have quality time to spend with their family or with people or social structure. Like that is what matters in the end all. So if you are like sacrificing your quality time with your social network, be it your parents, siblings, or girlfriends, or whatever, or boyfriends, or other friends, or or alien friends, dog friends, if you're sacrificing your quality time, then no amount of money is gonna be great. And I'm not saying that you gotta be poor. I'm just saying that time is way more bigger of an asset than money is, because money can be made. What about time? You're not getting it back.
I think moderation is really important in everything. Moderation is a way, like if you are a person who thinks investments are really important, but you're doing investments in such a way that it is affecting your daily life, and you're restraining yourself from going out, or you're restraining yourself. First of all, think about why you wanted to do a job. You wanted to get money, you wanted to buy things, you wanted to enjoy your life. But now you've got the shackles. Like now the second stage came. You'll think about your future. You'll think like, now I have to invest. But you can do it in a moderate way, yaar. You don't have to throw all the shit in. You have to enjoy also. Because the real burnout come when you do that shit.
Yeah. And also burnout is such a great reminder कि हमारी body needs a lot.
Yeah.
हमें reminder है एक तरह से कि okay, you gotta change your course. If you are burned out, you need to change your course. But then, and here's what and again, see, this whole thing we are saying is also a perspective. It's our perspective, but it's an accurate perspective according to us. That's also a perspective. But the thing about sacrificing your time, man, that's gotta be crazy. Like there is a quote by क्या नाम है उसका, जो जिम्बाब्वे का सिंगर था यार, बॉब मार्ले. बॉब मार्ले का इतना बढ़िया कोट था कि बॉब मार्ले कितना बढ़िया कोट था उसका कि बॉब मार्ले का कोट था कि don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. That shit is crazy. Don't gain the world and lose your soul. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. And is it not?
Golden bars, yaar.
Golden bars. And that's what I find amazing. Ki the crazy part is that you are in this situation right now, and some people have it very tough. I completely get it. But
Yeah.
many people I see around me, for example,
And we are not targeting those people. If it's really important to you, have to do it.
oh,
It's
exactly.
your shit.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. What I'm talking about is like people go crazy when it comes to accumulating a lot of shit because they believe they're accumulating. That the more they accumulate, the better they're gonna feel. But you know what? No. The more you try to accumulate, the emptier you'll become. You know why? क्योंकि अपने घर में अगर आपने बहुत सारा फर्नीचर भर दिया तो आपको घर की दीवारें कहाँ दिखेंगी, और एक टाइम बाद तो घर ही नहीं दिखेगा, बस वो चीज़ें दिखेंगी जो हैं. And then what happens? The things you own start owning you. You are not wearing clothes. Your clothes are wearing you. You are a walking advertisement of clothes.
Yeah.
That's what you are. मैं Adidas पहनता हूँ, मेरी drip है. Fuck off.
Trip.
I mean, wear that shit because you like to wear that shit. Don't wear that shit क्योंकि ये Adidas है. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You are more than that. You're not a walking billboard. Maybe a walking bimbo, but not a walking billboard. So I don't get it.
I also don't get it.
I don't get it. And like, if people around me are talking to me because I wear certain clothes, how good are those people for me?
Like we are also not talking about those people who have got the job with their effort and they are
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to buy the shit they always wanted to. You can always buy Jordans, everything.
Yeah, and
It's all up to you.
this also doesn't mean that anybody who buys Jordan is bullshit. It just means like buy Jordan. No, don't sell yourself to Jordan.
Yeah.
Don't think that you are not worth shit if you're not wearing these things, because it's bullshit, man. And I'm also saying this. See, there are a lot of people who shit on people who buy Adidas and who buy not even Adidas, like people who buy luxury shit. People shit on them, and I hate them as well.
Yeah.
Because they also come from hatred. The thing is this: do whatever you wanna do, but let the child come out. Don't lose your originality. Don't lose your originality. This doesn't mean ki I am against people buying all of these corporate shit or going to parties or going to clubs. It's amazing. Don't let it define you. Don't let it define you. Don't let like wearing horrible shit या normal shit कि हम तो देसी हैं, हम तो ऐसी हैं. Those people are also dumb fucks.
Biggest ones, yeah.
Are they not?
Biggest ones.
The thing is about being free of illusions. Because what I'm wearing doesn't define me. This doesn't mean that I'm wearing expensive shit. It doesn't define me. This also means I'm wearing cheap shit. It doesn't
Whatever
define me.
he's wearing, my opinion towards him will not change.
Yeah.
If he's my friend,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
And I'm not angry. This is how I talk normally. Because when I get excited, I talk like this.
Yeah.
This is not anger. Maybe a little bit.
Little bit.
It's just perspective. Maybe it's just bullshit. We are completely inaccurate.
We can be. Prove us.
But we are not. Prove us right. But the thing is, like, freedom isn't just letting go. Freedom is not in getting more. Freedom isn't just chilling out. Freedom isn't like letting just go. Like, I want to drive a car because I want to feel the engine. I don't want to drive a car ताकि मेरी इज्जत हो. मतलब कार खरीदने के लिए मेरी इज्जत हो रही है तो फिर मेरी मतलब मैंने कुछ करा नहीं क्या जिंदगी में. सोचने बात है.
वर्स्ट पार्ट है भाई वो. तू सोच, तुझे कुछ चीज लेनी पड़ रही है. हमें नहीं कह, अब देख पता है
तो पिंजरा नहीं है.
हाँ, तू ऑफेंड हो जा भले ही, ये बात सच है.
तू रैंट कर, मैं मुंह के आ रहा हूँ
कि अगर नॉर्मली तू अगर कोई चीज ले रहा है वो तेरे को डिफाइन कर रही है, भाई तेरे में क्या है, तेरे में है क्या. तू खुद सोच ना, तू मर्सिडीज में बैठा हुआ है और तेरी बैंकर है तो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कैसी है जो तेरे को कोई पसंद ही नहीं कर रहा, तू क्या करेगा. तू खुद सोच क्या करेगा. और मैं ऐसा किसी को टारगेट नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं नॉर्मल जनरली बता रहा हूँ पर्सपेक्टिव से कि एक नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल कैसे देखता है साइड लाइन से ऐसे इंडिविजुअल्स को. क्योंकि पैसा बहुत है लोगों पे, ऐसा नहीं है. मेन बात ये है कि तुम यूटिलाइज कैसे कर रहे हो अपनी लाइफ को. तुम पैसे कमा रहे हो या तुम लाइफ जी रहे हो, ये सब मॉडरेशन में हो सकती है भाई. इट कैन बी डन इन मॉडरेशन एंड दैट इज द टाइम यू विल लिव योर लाइफ. I mean, sometimes people need to hear some shit to get their shit right. And the shit always comes right when they are corrected because they need a path. And you can become path towards everyone around you. That is really important, you know. Like right now, I am with my friend. We are starting some shit. We are in the middle of nature. We're enjoying it. We've got jobs. We're doing our jobs. It's our weekend. And we thought that we have to do the shit. And we're not doing OT. And we're just spending some time together. And that matters here. And it corrects your life, yeah. It will change your perspective. It will change your perspective, yeah. You have to change the shit.
इट्स जस्ट लाइक हम सेफ्टी चाहते हैं और उस वजह से हम पिंजरा बना लेते हैं सेफ्टी के लिए, ताकि हमें ऐसा लगता है कि जो वॉल्स हैं हमें बचा रही हैं, और पिंजरा हम हमेशा बनाते हैं। हमको ऐसा लगता है मेरी लाइफ में कोई मीनिंग नहीं है, क्या करूँ, ठीक है भाई मैं कपड़े खरीद लेता हूँ, मे बी आई विल बी कूल। And it's completely fine to do it when you're trying to find your identity as a teenager. But it's not fine to do when you're 55. It's not fine to do when you're 35. You should grow. But you're not growing. And life demands change. Life demands that you grow. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be a gunner. And you should be a gunner, not a gunner. Important. It's very important. It's the same idea that you should be okay with change. We should embrace change. We should let go of our old shit. We should let go of resentment.
I think there will be many people listening to us and they have experienced a burnout.
And if there are many people, you are listening to us.
You are listening to us. Right? If you agree, you can implement it or you can spread it around yourself,
Yeah.
You should always think about how I can change whatever is around me, because you are the own creator of your own society. Society is according to your thoughts. Whoever is around you will create a society wherever you live. I think society for me has changed many ways, like लोग यूज़ करते हैं टर्म सोसाइटी को कि यार सोसाइटी ये बोलेगी ये करेगी, ठीक है। फॉर मी माई सोसाइटी इज ओनली इंक्लूड्स द पीपल आई अलाउ इन माई सोसाइटी।
Makes sense.
It makes sense, and I think if you keep that in mind, you can really change what is around you. You can take action. You can do whatever you want to do.
You can. It's like one of those things that you already have what you need. And the idea is like, well, not everything, but you have the protocol, you have the fundamental, you have the mechanism you already need, because you are a human being. You are alive. This means that all of your ancestors were alive at some time. What does that mean? You have all of their genetic wisdom. All of theirs.
पानी लेके आ रहा हूँ मैं, ठीक है।
I have no idea what to talk about. I have no clue what to talk about. I think it was John Legend who said that wear clothes but don't let the clothes wear you. And I remember, like, see, we live in Dehradun. And one beautiful thing about Dehradun is that it's a perfect balance of mountains and cities. And what I find is that whenever I drive in the city, there are billboards around, right? Advertisement, everything. Like the city wants me to buy some shit. The city wants me to do something. It really wants me to do something. And when you go to the mountains, you don't find much billboards. And you don't find those billboards because the mountains don't want anything from you. Something more beautiful is that whenever you are here in the mountains, you can see the city. For example, you go to Mussoorie and you can see Dehradun. Like on your way, you don't even have to be in Mussoorie. That to me is a beautiful metaphor of the old mountains that do not want anything from you, to look at modernity or look at the billboards of the city that want things from you all the time. So when you are in Dehradun city, a lot of billboards, a lot of things that want to take things out of your pocket, who want you to, live in a cage. For example, buy clothes, buy a particular jewelry, for example, in the city. But in Dehradun, you can always, drive for like 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, and you are in the mountains. Like mountains don't have those billboards. And what's interesting is that the cities always expand. They always move to the mountains. And people believe that they ruin the mountains. But what I believe is that mountains are not gonna grow. They are also rigid in their own way because they are the same thing. They have that old man's gaze. So mountains also need change, and that's what cities bring. But cities also need change that mountains bring. But who's bringing those changes? Who is the agent of change? Human beings, you and I. And to bring change is the most craziest thing of all time. Because it's happening anyway, man. It's happening anyway. So get comfortable with it. Because it's gonna happen. Try to not change anything, you know? Like right now, I give everybody a challenge. Try to not think, feel, or anything. Become non existent for 10 seconds. Try it for two. It's not possible. Change always happens because you exist in change. That is it. And if you don't experience change, you're either asleep or dead. But are you really dead ever? Because your sense of self goes out, this beautiful combination of biology you have that has turned into abstraction goes out, but then your body is there, it decomposes. It is around and it decomposes. And now the thing's gonna be great because now there's gonna be stage fright. Now there's gonna be stage fright into this shit. And we are not on drugs.
You've never been on drugs there.
We've never been on drugs.
But stage fright sometimes make me wonder why not.
Why not? Stage fright, stage fight sometimes. Because on a stage you're fighting something.
It's a battle, constant battle.
It's a constant battle. But see, this is where I'll bring this one point in. I remember I wrote this thing, Taming of the Giant, and maybe I'll release this on Instagram. The thing is, I was thinking you go on stage and you know that those are human beings listening to you. Half of them, like what half? 90% of them are not even interested in what you're saying. They don't give a fuck. You are there, you will go on stage, you give a talk. But then why does our body shake?
You know, I think the most bothering thing is thinking. You're thinking that they are what they are going to think.
Exactly.
You're thinking in a thinking, yeah.
But are you really looking at them as human beings or as a giant? कि the giant reminds you of what you already think you are. Because just imagine कि अगर मैं तुझको बोलूँ कि तू कितना सूखा हो गया है, that's not gonna affect you.
Thank you.
But that's just not gonna affect you. If I say, oh, you have horrible red hair, you don't give a shit because you know you don't have it. But then if I say some shit and it triggers you, it just means you believe it about yourself.
You know.
That's why it's triggering.
Yeah.
And that belief can be like you believe it yourself or you were made to believe that. It's both. But then the shit is like something.
Or it could be true.
It can be true.
It could be true.
Can be true. The idea is like your body knows what's happening. Your body has a gut, man. Your body has intuition. Like what comes out of your body, like what doesn't come out of your body, number one.
It's a literal good and bad bacteria in your gut.
Yeah.
The more positive things you take, the good bacteria will grow.
There is more bacteria in your gut than there are human cells in your body. I'm not making this up. Anybody can fact check this. There is more gut bacteria in your body than there are human cells in your body. Huh? And they are living organisms. They are not chemicals. They are living organisms that are in your body that help you digest shit.
What about the bacteria in the whole?
Bacteria in the hole.
The
Fire in the
whole
hole.
thing. I'm talking about the whole thing.
The whole.
The whole thing. But it's a very interesting fact. Yeah.
It's crazy.
More cells.
More than human cells. In your gut. Oh, okay, where does serotonin is the most? Is it in the brain? No, it's in the stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good start. Eat good shit.
Good shit. Take good
It's not
shit.
expensive.
Take good shit, yeah.
Take good shit. I mean, if you are eating good shit, you're gonna take good shit.
Take good shit. Ah.
That's just how it is. So like, and let's do our first CTA, right? If anybody listening to this is a nutritionist or a dietitian, please hit me up on LinkedIn. Because I'm thinking about a plan to create some kind of like gut shit. Like I have some knowledge about nutrition, but I want somebody who's an actual nutritionist so I can get some information and create a plan.
If someone is capable,
Everybody is capable.
if someone is capable to fix this gut, then I'll appreciate it, yeah.
But that's what my plan is, to go with like the gut brain axis thing, and then try to establish some kind of diets that we can make for my clients or for the clients I get referrals for or whatever. Because I think it's a great thing. Like what you put in inside of you, that is what makes you the person you are. Sometimes you take inside of you, sometimes you give. It's your choice.
It's all up to you.
It's all about you.
Like,
You want to stay at the top of the game or at the bottom of the game.
it's all up to you, or it's all in you.
You want to stay at the top of the game or the bottom of the game. You want to stay versatile,
You want to be at the front or the back.
front of the back, or you can be up and beyond.
Up and beyond. Crazy shit, yeah. Up and beyond.
Or if you try some yoga, then it's gonna be much better. You can throw like gang signs with your body.
We're not gonna throw gang sign.
With your body.
With your body, you can.
You can maybe like put some kind of symbol and that lets you connect spiritually to somebody. You can put like your feet behind your neck.
Like a fucking bacteria. I'm a bad bacteria.
But just imagine, like sometimes I wonder, मुझे नहीं पता है कितना सच है, but then the amount of bacteria you have in your stomach, is that the bacteria that causes decomposition?
Let me ask you something. Tell me about it. Like, if your gut is good, then your mental capability is also good, or not?
Yeah. Let me explain. I think about it from serotonin level. What does serotonin do exactly? Serotonin helps you to regulate your emotions. Just like if I try to explain it to you, how does serotonin feel and how does dopamine feel? Just imagine like if Cage and Bound makes it, and we are sitting somewhere and we feel that peace कि we have made it, right? That is serotonin. ठीक है? और अभी अभी अगर ये आया कि हमें अगले 1 घंटे में मे बी हमारे किसी फेवरेट आर्टिस्ट से मिलने का मौका मिल रहा है और वो आ रहा है, तो जो एक्साइटमेंट हमें फील होगी, राइट? दैट रश इज डोपामिन, राइट? We chase that dopamine, excitement all the time, right? We don't chase serotonin. Serotonin is that peace, calm, where you feel meaning in life. That is what serotonin is. That's the difference between those two.
Okay.
So if you eat good food, if you try not to smoke, if you try not to drink, if you take care of your stomach, like जैसे मैंने suggest किया था, try kombucha because उसमें probiotics होते हैं. So you are drinking that bacteria in a way. It keeps your gut fine, and then it's gonna keep your mood stabilized as well. It's gonna help you with stress management as well.
Okay.
Because serotonin helps you in doing that. It calms your brain down a little bit. Not even calm, I think, but it tries to maintain the frequency of your brain. So it's really good. And that's why any dietitian or anybody, hit me up.
Hit him up.
Hit me up, don't beat me. Hit me up. So that is what I believe ki at first taking care of your physical health is going to sort a lot of things out of your mental health, because I believe your mentality is abstracted from your physicality. I believe that to be completely true. But then again, sometimes you have to take care of your mental shit so that your physical shit gets better. That's also a thing, because the idea is like you can sit here and in your fantasy you can think about the worst case scenario that can happen to you, and that's going to trigger your physical body. So it's not just it's coming from physical to mental, it's also from mental to physical. So it's not like you just take care of your body. For example, you go to the gym, you eat good food. That's not going to sort shit out. You also have to do mental effort.
I think why people are ignoring that shit is because it is invisible. Like, as in, if you are a gym freak, you will work out according to your body.
Yeah, and you can also show your body.
Yeah. Like, but at a mental state, you can just get the outcomes that you have done. You will not be able to see the process that is happening, and that is what is stopping people from pursuing it.
Yeah.
And that what makes it hard. I mean, it's really hard, yeah.
Like I have this one perspective that it's not about to become something, but it's about staying in the process of becoming. Because what we have done as a society, we have put a lot of emphasis on reaching a goal. Acha, we've set some parameters and it's reaching the goal. Completely fine. That's worth it. 100%. But then that makes us to believe our emotions a lot. Like, let me give you an example. Ki, if you're on a mental health journey, for example, trying to better yourself, when your triggers come, you don't feel ki you are better. You feel the same. You know, when you feel ki, acha, haan, I am actually mentally better, when you calm down, and then you think, oh, I dealt with it better. It's then when you do. So when you're in the temporary stages of emotional warfare, that is where you just gotta test your shit. Like, that is where faith comes, right? Like, I am somebody, I'm an atheist, but then I'm starting to see some kind of beauty in faith, because the idea is like, if you are emotionally triggered right now, but you have faith, ki, I did some shit, and you have that faith not because of no evidence, but because you gave yourself actual physical evidence by putting some actions out. If you create that faith, you would be like, you know what, my brain is tricking me. My brain is tricking me that things are like this, things are not like this. That is also faith, but that is faith with evidence. So we have to create more evidence, and we only do that with action, not with knowledge. So it's all about evidence, man. If you keep doing shit, if you, for example, are procrastinating all the time, या फिर you are avoiding a thing that you should sort out, you're only giving yourself evidence that you should avoid that thing. But if you face that thing once, twice, and just repeatedly do that, regardless of how you feel, and not just think your emotions or affect or even thoughts to be the end all, and you see that you are beyond your thoughts and feelings, man, because you are, to have that faith in yourself, ki, I want to do that shit. And I'm not doing that shit only for myself or parts of me, but if I do that shit for me and parts of me, I will be simultaneously doing this shit for all the people I love. And if you don't think you are responsible for yourself, I think you should definitely think you're responsible for others, because being responsible for yourself is equivalent to being responsible for others. It's not separable. You better your life, you better others' lives. Because you are a social being, you are not an isolated individual. You can never be. Try to be isolated. You cannot be isolated.
I mean, what can I say, yaar? It is all true, yaar.
This is what Cage and Bound is.
And right outside the cage, I was.
I looked inside, I said, hi, hi.
Bye
Hi,
bye.
hi. I think this should be it. I think it was beautiful. Let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up, yaar. I think it's a very beautiful way you have ended it.
Yeah.
More beautiful way will be to give you a round of applause after saying hi.
Give me a round of applause. With your feet too. Round of applause. It will be a new thing, neuroplasticity.
Yeah,
if you do new
if
things
you are
new
a toxic
way,
husband, you can also give a round of applause.
नहीं भाई नहीं. ये फिर सेंसर होगा. ये फिर सेंसर होगा. ये फिर सेंसर होगा. ये तो नहीं चाह रहा. But it's beautiful. This is what
beautiful,
it is. But neuroplasticity, clap with your feet.
Look at the time. It's the golden hour.
It's the golden hour.
And the pod is ending.
The pod is ending. It's the golden hour.
Pod is going to be closed after shit we have done.
And also give us a lot of views so we
Shit
can
is
buy
golden,
equipment.
yeah.
We can buy a very expensive camera, and then let the camera own us or flex करते रहें कि oh, we have this camera.
Yeah, we have this camera and
Yeah, 5 ways to deal with your anxiety.
I have this camera and I can do everything now. I can do everything.
But you can do everything. I mean,
and the fucked up part is that how I'm holding the camera is how I'm holding the camera is
that's how I hold the thing I love the most.
I think
Hold it, don't grab it.
it's enough for today.
Hold it, don't grab it. Hold on to life, don't grab it to your life. 5 inches of life.